Hi, I've learned a couple things about taking photos and videos of a property, and here they go. So first, I will walk through the property, take all the photos, get an idea of the layout and the special features about it. Once I get something I pinpoint that I like, it will go on the intro video. The intro video, I will go ahead and stand somewhere where there's sufficient lighting, like right here you have a nice lighting for your face. Don't get the exit sign behind you. Go ahead and tilt, and then you have a nice angle for you. If you prop it up on a stand, you can go ahead and move around. If you're gonna do it this way, put the camera in a location where it highlights your face, rather than being in a dark spot or overly lit. So you can see the lighting changes your face, changes the brightness of where you are. Okay, so in the intro, I say, hello, my name is Laura at Management 1. Once I introduce myself, then I introduce the property. I either memorize the address off the top of my head really quickly before I start shooting, or I will put a paper in front of me behind here or somewhere standing that I can see it so that I can just read it off and not look like I'm not looking at it. Always make sure you're looking at the camera, because it's kind of tricky. You want to look at yourself, but you also want to look at the camera. Keep in mind that if you're looking at yourself, it looks like you're looking at yourself. So look straight at the camera. When you're taking your photos, take into account the layout of the property and what would be the most natural and most easy way. Sometimes the most natural direction of where you want to walk is not always the most suiting direction of video. So kind of map it out before you start doing your video, just so that it looks like cohesive and it makes sense to the people viewing it on video. Because I'm sure you've been to videos or photos and you're like, that looks nothing like what I thought it would. And that's usually what it is, the camera angle and kind of the way you shoot it. Depending on how skilled you are, you can do a one-shot video, meaning from beginning to end, it's a one shot. But if you're not quite there yet, I would say break it up. Or sometimes the lighting isn't cooperating and the lighting will look different from the outside than it does once you're inside. You can do edits after taking the video and it looks too dark inside, just brighten up. Put the brightness up in the video after you've taken it. And so that's when I'll do two separate videos of one exterior. You can kind of mess around with the angle and see whichever angle looks best. Sometimes it has something really nice in the front that you want to highlight. And so I start there. And then move my way so you can see the whole house. The whole house, you want to get it as good as you get that picture, right? Really show the beauty of the home. For the most part, we've already manicured the lawn and it looks great. And so all our job is to make the video look as great as the house does. And sometimes make it look better than what the house does. If you're finding that taking one continuous shot, like for example, two stories, I don't recommend taking one continuous shot, but if it's a one story, definitely do your best. That way it feels like they're walking through the home with you. And as a viewer, I like that. The one thing that I will sometimes shoot separately is the backyard. The backyard, again, just like the front yard, is gonna have different lighting. For the backyard, I like to get the most dramatic effect. So maybe it might not be as natural, but maybe if I'm walking out a side door and then it reveals the whole backyard, then I'll do it that way. Or I start from one corner, span, and then I go to the other corner, and then I span. I like to get the whole backside of the house. When you're going through the rooms, I suggest going into a room and then going in a circle. That way you can see the whole room, because typically the room is vacant and doesn't have any furniture in it. So you kind of just want to show them like, okay, yeah, it's a clean room. It looks good. These are kind of the closet doors. If it has sometimes mirrored doors, it's nice to show. You know, I just move slowly when I'm going in a circle. For the master, I do slow down a lot more than in just a kid's room, because I want them to get the idea of how big the room is, the closet, the bathroom, and sometimes, a lot of the time, there's a door going from in the master to the outside. Again, so when I'm doing 2 stories, when I first started, I even did a 3-story. I just take one full span of that floor, freeze somewhere where it naturally looks like you're gonna go up a flight of stairs. That way the viewer kind of gets the idea, oh, okay, we're going into the next floor. And then, so I'll take all the floors and then the video of the backyard. That's how I personally like to end the video, is with kind of the reveal of the backyard. It keeps people engaged and it keeps people wanting to go through the rest of the video. For your outro, easiest part, just kind of give a brief overview of the house. Thank you for taking a tour with me at this beautiful 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, 2-story, great, at this great property. Some nice summary, some brief summary, and then also remind them the application is at management1.com and our phone number is, and you're done.